Jack Thunder and the Fragments of Anima, Book 7, Null. Chapter 10, The In-Between. Jack Thunder opened his eyes. He wasn't in the flip side anymore, but he wasn't in Alterus either. At least, no part of Alterus he'd ever seen. There were no great landmarks, no forests, no lakes. Just mist. Miles and miles of mist. It gleamed in the early morning light like so many diamonds. Or was it dusk? Jack Thunder looked around, but this place didn't seem to have a sun. The air was slightly chilly, but not unpleasantly so. It was a welcome change of pace from the flip side at any rate. A soft breeze filled his ears, softly brushing his antennae back. Where am I? Is this a dream? He wondered to himself. He walked forward. Maybe if he went far enough he would find something of note. Eventually he did. 2 gates sitting side by side. Both were painted red. Through one of them, he could see what looked like the inside of a hospital. Not one he'd ever seen before. He couldn't make out what was on the other side of the other gate. All he could see were swirls of many colors, green mostly. The Storm Gremlin felt himself get a sense of déjà vu. Something about this place was familiar, but he just couldn't place it. Wait, he'd heard something about it when he was held up in the Great Barrier Hospital. The patient in the room next to his was talking about it with the healers. What did they call it? No, wait, you're not supposed to be here. Jack Thunder whirled around. Standing in front of him were 2 Storm Gremlins. One wore a powder blue jumpsuit with a picture of 2 branching snowflakes on his chest. The other, a Fifinella, wore a deep teal jumpsuit with a rainy thunderhead on her badge. Both had the same cyan blue skin he and his sister had. Who are you? He asked. Jack, do you recognize us? The gremlin in the soft blue jumpsuit inquired. Jack Thunder looked them up and down. Don't I know you from somewhere? The Fifinella kneeled down. Jack, we're your parents. Jack Thunder's face twisted in bemusement. No, you aren't. My mom and dad died many years ago. Okay then, do you remember this? The Fifinella took a deep breath. Some days, the sky turns dark, and the sun fades out of sight. When you feel yourself sinking down, that is when you must take flight. Jack Thunder finished the verse. Now do you believe us? Her companion asked. Jack Thunder froze. No, that song. He thought he'd made it up. But if these 2 were singing it to him, that meant these really were his parents. Samson and Dahlia Thunder. Even from beyond Death's Veil, they had come for him. The 2 embraced him in a hug. Jack, you shouldn't be here. You weren't supposed to go out like this. Dahlia's words. They filled the Storm Gremlin with dread. What do you mean? Where am I? Am I dead? Not yet, Samson answered. You're in the in-between. Ah, the in-between. That's why this place seemed familiar. Jack Thunder understood. The in-between was the place where Altarians went before they passed on into the next world. A chamber between life and death, if you will. His parents exchanged worried looks. No, it wasn't like that. I heard about it back in the Great Barrier Hospital. The Great Barrier Hospital? Dahlia shouted. What happened over there? Jack Thunder winced at his mother's sudden outburst. It's a long story. Samson nodded. We're listening. And so, Jack Thunder told them all about what he'd been up to this past year. About finding the fragment of air in Mount Tempest. About his journey across Alterus to recover the other 5 fragments. And about all the friends he'd made along the way. As he was telling his story, his parents listened intently. After all this time, Samson started. The Heart of Darkness really came back? Well, almost, Jack Thunder answered. We stopped it just in the nick of time. Then me and my friends tried to turn it back, and the world went all white. Next thing I know, I'm here. All of a sudden, Jack Thunder heard deep, garbled voices coming from the red gate behind him. What the? He craned his neck to get a better listen. He couldn't make out much, but he could hear a few phrases. I'm sorry, miss, but... You're not telling me he's gonna die? At the bottom of the volcano. Transfusion. I'll do it. Realization slowly crossed Jack Thunder's mind. Oh, that explains the hospital room. He turned back to his parents. His heart sank. He didn't want to leave them so soon, not after he just got to know them after all this time. But if he stayed here, he would die. He recalled what Frosty made him promise when he began his journey. If you go out there and get killed, you have to let me die too, all right? He turned to face his parents. Mom, Dad, We know, Jack, Dahlia interrupted. Your sister needs you, so do your friends. Samson followed. Jack Thunder plodded towards the red gate with the view of the hospital room. Before he took that final step through, he turned back to his parents. I'm glad we got to know each other. Who knows, maybe I'll come and see you again. Hope not, Samson joked. Dahlia gave a slight smile. Jack Thunder gave a sad smile back. He waved at them before leaping into the portal beyond.